alter it in the low register, because we were talking about that earlier. You know, like a so many ways to do it, right? So many ways to do it. That's cool. Robert's hitting on the 1 and the flat 7 right there. It's flat 7. And you're hitting out of the D position on when you get up to the higher, the flat 7, right? Right there. Yeah, you're using the D flat 7 to the G. Yeah. D position, F, yeah. Yeah, so instead of finding just the 1, you're finding the home base on the flat 7 chord, in a manner of speaking, going from the 1 of G to the F chord, which is out of the D position. So you're finding the home base on that 1 chord, which is that D note. Yeah, it's a nice lick, really nice.
Yeah, this position.
And you're using a D. That's a D, almost a D position, right? And a C. It's D and C together.
Yeah, this sort of.
Yeah. We talked about that chord position earlier, and he's barring behind the second finger.
Yeah,
and grabbing the full D chord.
First finger.
Yeah, and that's a great position.
Fact that I'm using that sound so much, the G run sound.
Right.
But I guess I am.
But it's
this type of stylistic thing.
Right, and it's a cool signature because everywhere you go up the neck, you're Robert Bowlin. I mean, you're playing that signature.
That's
it's really cool.
I do it.
Yeah.
You learn something every day.
Well, I mean, I noticed.
We learn from each other. It's just.
I noticed that about your playing. It's really cool because you went up and grabbed that D position for the flat 7 out of G, but you're grabbing that root on the flat 7. Yeah, which is really neat. Yeah. So what about on C? What about on the 4 chord out of G, C? What would be your C lick that you would?
If I'm in the key of C or still in G?
No, if you're just going to C to play a lick for C. What would be your go-to lick? Oh yeah, do that again, man. That's cool.
Or let's see, that same kind of style type of thing.
Right. That's cool, man.
Yeah. Kind of a Doc Watson type thing.
I like that. That's really great. I love it, man. That's great.
Robert, are you hammering on the D or the G string?
Am I what?
Hammering that on the D string or the G string?
I'm actually picking each note. And
yeah, no hammer. Well, you're still playing that.
Yeah.
You're still not hammering it.
I can't hammer it. I can hammer the open third to the second, like that.
Yeah.
Sort of simplify it like that. Or I can kind of like that, alternating up and down.
Pretty cool lick. I I'll be stealing that one. I'll be stealing that
I
one.
was showing him that thing too, the Doc Watson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the full ending lick is.
That's
You know,
cool, man.
That's on the strictly instrumental record with Doc Watson and Flatting Scruggs. My dad had that. I don't know why he had it, but he had it. And I listened to it many times. I was probably about 12 years old. Yes.
There's another C approach to that. Check this out, and I love that. Serious Doc Watson fan myself. So.
That's a Doc Watson thing?
No, it's basically throwing his in a blender
Oh, okay.
and coming up with something a little different. Yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's almost Allman Brothers, isn't it? But it works with the double down ups. That's why I changed Doc's lick into a little different lick to fit this right hand technique. And that's the reason, because I can. That double down up thing works really great with.
No, I do that. The double down thing.
Yeah. So. Yeah. That's all I'm doing. Yeah.
You have to. So you're doing see, two doubles, two downs on the E string.
Right.
Yeah. You just have to get that technique going.
Yeah. With a metronome, maybe just
Coffee.
long time. That's what it.
Yeah.
But I love the Doc Watson stuff.
Yeah, Brad's got a way of combining that pattern with notes, which are melodic notes. You got to work that out.
You do need to know where you're
You
at,
have to know
or you can just do double stop scales up the neck and just play nonsense, I just play nonsense, but mechanically just rotate the pattern over and over and
Yeah,
over.
now show me one little pattern there.
Yeah. Well, the basic one is. That's the first one I came over when I first learned it. Yeah. So I'm hitting an open.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah.
And Clarence did something similar, but he cross-picked it. He didn't do the double down. He did. That's what Clarence White did, and that's where I got the notes from.
Oh, yeah.
He did that kind of a lick, but I put the pattern.
Yeah.
I just put that with the technique. Yeah, that's it.
Except you really got to work your right hand and get it. Now you just kind of doing the kind of thing that we were just doing,
Right.
improvising.
Yeah, just improvising.
And I hear those roots, and every once in a while, when there's a little pause,
Right.
I'll think, I'll hear the note in my head that I want to hit.
Right.
Like I'm gonna hit. So I'll all of a sudden, really, really quickly in my head, I'll hear this, and I'll just go up to it. But I don't really think of anything much else. I mean, I'm just sort of.
Once you get that in your head, then you play around that. You walk around it,
Yeah, there's this thing I keep hearing about muscle memory, and,
Right. Well, the double dynamics is definitely muscle memory.
Yeah.
So.
It's these patterns, like these shapes and things, you know, that they talk about.
Right,
You
right.
know, I mean, that's muscle memory, I guess, you know, of, you
Knowing where
memorize
they are, grabbing
this thing here, you know, or maybe this, I call it A shape because
Right.
it's this, and you bring it up like that. All of a sudden you realize, oh, I've got to use that shape, you know. But after it just becomes a sort of a stream at some point when you do this so often that you don't really think, okay, I'm going to go to that shape, or I'm
Right.
going to go to that root or that note. It's just like, yeah.
No, when you first started, I mean, and somebody that's starting out to improvise, they may think, like you said, go to the one where the home base is and know where that's at, so you can work around it and play around it and go in and out of the notes, knowing that you've got a home base to go to. But yeah, you don't think about it. I totally don't either. I mean, I know we're going 1, 4, 5, and we're going to 2, and we're going back to the 5, and we know that.
Yeah, we're not thinking. Neither
we're
one
not
of
thinking
us,
about that kind of stuff at all.
If you're going to,
I think early on I did, as a young player, absolutely.
Who?
Early on as a young player, I did.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
If you're going like C from the G, well, all of a sudden you've got a new one,
Right.
obviously. So there's your one, and if you find all where the ones are, it's really easy to find the ones. You can just do it kind of by ear, or you can just actually, there's a one in C, by the way. One, there's a C right there, there's a C there. There's a C there, there's one up there somewhere.
Right.
So there's a, you know, an A. So like there's an A, there's a one. So I have to find those, and there's your guideposts, you know, for where you want to take off from. So you want to find out, well, I want to play up in here. Okay, find you a one, and you can remember some kind of a shape. And you can, first you can play that one and then build your shape around that one. Well, okay, I know I can hit the one. Let's just say I hit it with this second finger. I'll say you can build that shape with it, see? And then I can go all around.
Yeah, so you're playing around the triad and stepping into the scale and out of the scale. And
if I find and C, okay, find the ones, one. Okay, what shape can I get my fingers into?
right.
You know, with
We'll work with that
utilize
one.
to have that one in it.
Right, exactly.
There's one shape,
Yeah.
like that, you know. There's another type of shape like
Right.
that. So, you know, just
What would you think, I mean, to practice this, and somebody might be thinking, if you're in C right there, it may be, I mean, in my mind, the way I would practice it, if I wanted to just grab them, would be to do single notes and get a rhythm going, you know, and I'm going, so I'm trying to find all those, you know, and I'm trying to keep them in some kind of a organized fashion, but I could find all my C's and put them in some kind of a rhythm. You know, and maybe go back to a strum and then come back around and go, and just, okay, I got a one there. And also back on that high one there too. So you got several ones, but it might be nice, you know, to organize those into a rhythm, maybe with a drum or click pattern or something.
yeah, that's a good idea, because
you could find
start
it.
making music out of it.
And don't do too much. Just grab the ones, the one and the one and the one and the one. So you're not grabbing a chord. You're not doing a lot. You're just keeping this hand rotating, and you're grabbing those ones and C, and then you move to G and you move to F, and you. But I think Robert said it every time. It sounds a little weird to say you're going to go to the 4 chord and find the new one, but there is a one in the 4 chord, which is the root of the 4 chord, and so that's there. And I think Nowadays, we don't really think about it a lot, we just play. But,
Yeah.
but definitely something to think about for people that want to improvise and have somewhere to anchor themselves, you know.
But if we're doing like we're trying to translate these ideas to somebody else, we're in like a recording session or something like that, or a rehearsal with the band, and we're trying to use some kind of a communication. You know, so okay, we're going to do the 1, and we're going to go to a 5 chord there, and someone says, well, let's see now, you're playing the melody in that chord up here somewhere. Should I play the, you can say, what would be the best note to play along with you? You know, what should I play?
Compliment.
To complement what I'm doing. I can say, well, you can play